Post-match interview here at Welwyn Garden City following tonight's goalless draw with Welwyn. James, start you. Probably a bit of a last-on match of the day contender, this one, but wasn't a great spectacle in terms of football being played. But when you consider over the last few games we've been conceding quite a few goals, and again we've shown tonight that when we've come and played against a team that's in the higher reaches of the league, we've shown that we can certainly compete.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was a brilliant defensive display today by the whole team, and I mean because you're just bombarded really with long balls from the throw-ins at any point really, because the lad had a hell of a long throw, so he was throwing them in from where you are straight into the 6-yard box. That was from about 30 seconds in, I think, wasn't it? Then the corners and then free kicks. So yeah, they stood up to that brilliantly tonight, and like you say, from our perspective, we couldn't have done much more other than a bit of gloss on our attacking play, but really can't have any complaints. No.
Dave, we're just talking before we came on about the performance of the two centre halves. Obviously, Laurie's been given the man of the match, but for me, Dan Carey and Evans was outstanding tonight.
He was, yeah, and that's a kid that's come back who's probably just needs a bit of a lift again. I think his confidence had been knocked a little bit, and like I say, we've done nothing magic bar just make him feel back at home. He's got a big smile on his face, and he's had a great game today. I don't think he's lost a header. Probably lost one challenge in the whole game, which in the first half, which I thought was a foul on him, and he's had a great game today. You know, Laurie's had a great game alongside him, and felt he did Saturday night. You know, Saturday either of those could have picked it up Saturday. I thought they played so well, and today exactly the same. You know, but that, you know, whilst mentioning them, and as James has just said, it's been all the way through. You know, they've done a great job on Adam Hunt, but I thought Adam Hunt was superb as a real old-fashioned orthodox right back. Weddy the left back as well. So all four across there, and the work rate from the four in front was phenomenal. You know, players that want to get a ball down and pass, which we did where we could, but who at times had to dog it and make tackles, and Christ Charlie's having to win headers, and you know, and they all did, and everybody stood up. Nobody shirked, nobody disappeared, and you know, I thought that was, you know, we've just gone through two draws where we nicked one in the last minute, and it felt great, and we Saturday we felt, you know, it was like our heads were on the floor because they nicked their equaliser. That feels like a great performance tonight, and you know, and a great point, because they are there in their belts. They're going to win a lot of games, but you know, we've matched everything they've slung at us, and we've created possibly the best chance of the game that young Pete just didn't connect with. You know, it was across the box, and he had to rifle it home really, and it just didn't come off for the old boy. But very, very happy.
Skip, was there a bit of a heart in mouth type moment with sort of, I think it was sort of 15 or so minutes to go, where the referee's pointed to the penalty spot, and he's been, I mean, on Saturday we were the victim of a decision which we saw afterwards, where the goalkeeper's fouled Dan Carey and got away with one and equalised. Today we've the fact that the referee's awarded the penalty, but his assistant has obviously corrected him is obviously a big plus for us.
It would have been a big injustice really, because I don't think either side did enough to win. He gives the penalty. I've just said to him, I thought first half he was very petty, and he was giving soft free kicks, and he never let the game throw, and I think he created his own problems. I thought second half he's refereed it fantastic. Having said that, he has given the penalty very quickly, but in fairness to him, he's gone over to the linesman, so he's gone through the protocol, and the linesman said the touch was outside the box and the fall's inside the box.
I mean, it's quite interesting that when the bench was speaking to him over on this side, he said he couldn't see the lines. So I was a bit sort of, well, how have you given the penalty then if you can't see the lines?
He come over to Dave and said he apologised to Dave for giving the penalty because he couldn't see the lines. But again, we haven't lost, so you can sort of be a bit honest. I don't think the lights here are particularly good when you look in there. There's some very bright spots, there's some dark spots. First half, Laurie's missed 4 or 5 headers he's got under the ball. The players were losing it over the trees there. It's just the conditions were tough. Every finish. So these lads here, let's look at what we've done today as a side. We've battled that. That wasn't a great football spectacle. They're a good side. They're good at what they do, but we've matched them. We've won our headers. Yes, the penalty it was given and then reversed, which was the correct decision. We've tried to play football. We've got it down at times. We play quite well at times, but the desire to get a point, the desire to keep a clean sheet that probably hasn't been there in previous weeks was there today. We were winning big headers. James has already said throw-ins after just 30 seconds into the box. It was a day to roll your sleeves up, be counted, and I thought every single person today has done it. We'll play worse than that and win games, but we'll also play better than that and not get just desserts. It's just one of them. Fair result, I think. 0-0.
I think the word mentality comes to the fore again, because again we know that we have to come here and we have to be on it tonight, and we've turned up and put in a good performance, and we want to see those sorts of going that extra mile and that little bit of grit to get us over the line. And maybe some games that we've had so far that maybe we should have got the 3 points in.
Well, I've said to them today, they're a crazy squad really, because when you look at the games back to the wall, Basildon in the FA Cup away in very tough conditions, nil, we didn't concede, and we did everything to make sure we didn't concede. Cambury, 10 men for an hour and a bit, 9 men for 20 minutes, and we didn't concede. They got to desire. York City, because of where they are, I thought the attitude and mentality, yes, we conceded on the day, but 3 goals against the team that's currently top of the conference is outstanding today. So when they're on it and they want it and whatever, they're outstanding. It's trying now to I don't know whether it's the team talks or whatever, but we've got to have that mentality in every game, whether they're in the bottom 4, mid-table, because we'll score goals. We'll score goals this season. It's just, there's no point. Last Monday we scored 3, we concede 3, so you walk away with a point today. Don't concede, we don't score, so we get a point. So that side of it's frustrating, but yeah, look, Dave said it at the end there when he spoke to the group of players. It was just a performance that people don't pay to watch, but when you walk off and your team has given 100% like that, and the desire and the winning the headers, and they battle for each other, that's team spirit for you. We've got that in abundance, and it's shown through today. Now we move on. Got another tough game, Tame, this Saturday. Then you've got Real Bedford, I think, the following Saturday, with a cup tie in between where we're defending the Bed Senior Cup. So you need defending performances like that. And then, yeah, we'll trust the front 4 midfielders to get us their goals.
Well, as I say, it's another point on the board, gents. We're almost starting to become draw specialists, but as I say, those last 3 draws have been completely different types of draws. So it's as I say, it's another point on the board. We go again Saturday, another tough game, and we look forward to seeing you then.
Thank you.